What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. We are doing our live reaction to another depressing game. 1 point, but it was depressing. So first off, obviously, we want to plug our usual competition. So if you are watching this on TV, scan this little QR code down here.
Win the ball. Win the ball.
Yeah, win the ball. Win the signed ball from last season when we were actually all right. You don't want to win the ball from this season. That's just not something anyone wants. You will also win the memorabilia behind Gary there, signed by Brian Little, signed by Peter With. It's £5 per entry, donation to a wonderful cause down to Acorns. As always, I think we're on about £300 at the minute. We're trying to get to £1,000 if we can before the winter. So please do donate.
Please donate.
And as always, if you are new here, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments what you think. It all helps the channel grow. We're aiming for 2,000 subs. We have hit the 1,500 mark, Gaz. We've hit the 1,500 mark,
guys. If you, thank you so much. It's crazy considering we've only been going 9 months. You know, it's mental. So I'm please, thank you so much for all your love and support. Thanks for all your comments. Yes, Demi's here. Thank you to everyone on TikTok that's liked as well. Up to 3,400 followers on TikTok. Let's keep liking, keep sharing, keep growing together. Let's go on this journey together. And just because I'm live on TikTok at the moment. If you're on TikTok, come and join us on YouTube so I can. But otherwise, I'm going to be like. For you, Junaid, because you're #1 fan, I thought Gesson was not great today. If I'm honest, he did okay in the first 10, 15 minutes.
I thought, first 20 minutes or so, I was like, okay, he was defending well. Mate. He was defending well. He was trying to get forward. But yeah.
He scored a goal. No, he didn't. The goalkeeper scored the goal.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get onto that. But thank you, everyone, for joining. Hey, James. Hey, Adam, Demi, Keegan. Hey, Carl.
Hello. We're live on YouTube.
Look, Carl's totally right. He said, we started growing as Villa got shit. Yeah, basically, we started this podcast and Villa decided we're going to be crap. Essentially what happened.
Yeah, we started doing so good. Don't start me on stage performance. Wake me up in January. Mickey J. Okay, let's have a Merry Christmas.
So let's get to it. The lineup for starters, I was just like, what?
Okay, mate, I'm just going to get it out right because then we can talk normally, right? Because I'm just now have the rant, right? They're taking the piss. The whole fucking club's taking the piss.
We're taking the piss.
I'm sat in the fucking running the line on my daughter's game. My fucking phone buzzes and goes, lineups are out. And I'm like, what is this fucking lineup? You sent me the lineup. What's the fucking why are we playing Gesson and Buendia? Like it felt so negative. Begin again on the right. Like all it felt is like we're going there not to lose. Right. And I don't understand why we're setting up. We need to start Elliot and Sancho. Why didn't we start Elliot and Sancho? If not just one of them. Mate, what the fuck is going on? Morgan Rogers is a prick. Ollie Watkins needs to be punched in the face. I've had enough. What is going on? We're trying to grow a channel here, and if we're just going to be shit, we've got to fucking take it. Right, okay, that's it. Done now. Let's be more.
It's I don't understand. The Sancho Elliot thing just makes no sense. I understand they played against Brentford, but Elliot especially, he's fit. He's fit.
Yeah,
play him.
I don't get it. Mate,
and, okay, maybe he might play them on Thursday, but I'm like, it's 4 days away. Like, these guys, they're 4 or 5 games into the season. They're fine. Fucking play them. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't understand.
Cole says this. I think this is really reasonable, mate.
No, it is. I mean, we've already said that no, we're not using PSR and all that as an excuse, right? But we were restricted more because we're in Europe. But also it shouldn't be that we need to fucking churn our players out every season to perform. We shouldn't have to. It makes no sense. They were talking about it actually on Talk Sport earlier, and they were saying actually, if you look at Emery and you look at his history with like Villarreal and stuff, there is a constant churn of players. Yeah, and they were like, "Can you do that? Is that actually sustainable?"
6 of those players that started today were Dean Smith's players. Like, how have we bought so many players and still fucking playing players?
Because we don't play them. Because you don't fucking play them.
I don't understand what's going on. Someone explain to me why. How has it been such a big fall off? I don't understand.
James, totally right. Why the fuck would you come to Villa? Uni wouldn't play you. He won't play you.
Yeah. Come and join our magnificent club, and you can sit on the bench no matter how good you are. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand the lack of basics, mate. I can't get on board with, no desire, no running, no movement.
Oh, mate, hang on. Let's get to this. Right. What's this? 20, I think this was about 25, 27 minutes in. Morgan Rogers has touched the ball 4 times. 3 times in his own fucking half.
He was awful, mate. He was awful from beginning to end. And then in the second half, he just went out onto the left-hand side.
Actually, I got that wrong. The other 3 times almost in his own fucking half.
Yeah.
But the other one was basically at left back, which I'm guessing was from a corner or something. But like, he honestly, but look at this. Look at this. This is their goal. This is their goal.
It's winding me up, man. It's winding me up looking at it.
There's 6 players in front of him. There's Watkins stood there just kind of going, oh, there's a ball. You got John McGinn stood at the edge of the box. Morgan Rogers is literally walking. He's walking. Where to? What are you doing? What are we doing here? What is this?
It's just winding me up, mate. Watching it, I can't. The Emery in the post-match press conference has just, basically said these players that were here last year know what they're supposed to be doing, and they're not doing it. It's beyond embarrassing, as Tony Hurston says on TikTok. Rogers, Watkins were a joke today. Yes, Mark, they were fucking shit, and I'm just. Yeah.
I'm fed up of it. They've been shit every game. They've been shit when they come on.
Yeah, they've been shit every game. Mate, have we got a Watkins touch match? Because I don't think Watkins touched the ball at all.
I don't have it. Well, he didn't even touch the ball when he was meant to fucking head the ball in the goal. Like, he managed to somehow just glance it with his hair. Oh, mate. Just like, oh, God. Even Gesson. Like, what? From 8 yards out, 6 yards out, turns, can't hit it either side of the goalie.
Oh, no, straight in the middle. Right, so is it slightly better that we've created a couple of chances today, but I don't think so.
It is. It is, but it's against 10 men. Against 10 men that have just been promoted.
Mate, I'm telling you, if that red card doesn't happen, I think we lose the game. I really do.
Well, I'm half and half with the red card, because I actually think it meant that they sit deeper and they tried to play off set plays and they tried to go long. So actually, I think we were getting a little bit more joy in that first 20, 30 minutes before that happened. I actually think we were getting more joy against 11 men. But oh man, it's just frustrating. I just don't know. I don't know what we can do. I think even if he makes the changes, I still think the balance isn't quite right in the team and they need time to get games to play. He's not going to play them. He's not going to play them on a running basis. So they're just not going to gain that chemistry.
This is what,
Yeah, they think, well, apparently he's been pissed off with the whole Arsenal thing since then, basically.
Well, mate, I just, if that's the case, don't fucking play him, right? Don't play him at all, right? Because it's not fair on fans. Like, there's people that have travelled up to fucking Sunderland today to watch that shit, pay good money, and you're starting people that don't want to play for the badge. Like, he even, I go back, I said this last week, in his Palace notes before the Crystal Palace game, right? He basically said, I want players here that are 100% committed to Aston Villa.
Was he keep playing a bit?
Exactly. Because he's got no other options, but he has got options. Like, what?
Yes. At the moment, right? We have got now 3 points from 5 games. So he has options. Even if he sits there going, oh, well, they're not good enough. They're fucking better than this shower shit.
Yeah.
So just fucking give them a go. We were better against Brentford in the cup. I don't understand.
My head hurts from it, mate. I've got a headache.
I'm gonna say no to this. Like, when does the question get started asked about Unai? I don't think the question will get asked, because I just don't. I don't know. I understand the team selection thing is frustrating. It's really frustrating. But I don't think Unai's the problem.
No, mate. So here's a different question: will he walk? Right,
he'll walk if they keep. He'll walk if they keep just doing this. If they keep fucking walking around the pitch, he'll walk up.
Mate, I'm with you. I would rather get rid of this fucking starting 11 and start again with Unai, right? Because we know what he's capable of doing, of getting the best out of, average players. These players have been massively successful in the last 3 seasons. Thank the Lord, the Wolves being shitter than we are. Paul Graham, I'm very pleased the point considering and convinced Villa will sort themselves out soon. Paul, thank you. Look, I've just got to say,
you've got more faith than we have, mate, because we are not convinced.
But massive respect to Sunderland, mate, because I think what they're showing from early doors, and I said this in the early week, they've come to get points on the board early, and they've been difficult to beat. And we should have beaten them with 10 men today, but they dug in and they made it very difficult for us. And we all know that once 10 men get put behind that ball, we're offering fuck all going forward. And it was written in the script. Sunderland would look like the only team who were going to score. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, the second we scored, I was sitting there going, "We ain't going to keep this. We ain't going to keep this at all." Like they've looked dangerous. They've looked good, and then they go and honestly, I just can't. I can't get on board with this.
Yeah, it's.
I don't understand. Like any. What is it? Is it was it in Question of Sport where there used to be like what happens next?
Yeah.
Like in no world does anyone look at this and think Sunderland score.
What do you think of that? If we don't win Thursday and next Sunday, Emery will be in the spotlight. Says Daz Jones.
I think if we get less than 3 points from our next 2 games, I think there will be question. I think it'll be coming. I think there'll be a lot of media pressure.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's the answer. I don't think it's the answer. It doesn't mean they won't. Doesn't mean they won't happen. But I just don't think it's the answer. I don't think it's I think if anything, he's bought himself a season. Even if we finish 15th, I think he's bought the season. I just don't think.
What pisses me off, mate, is the player power that they've got. They can just down tools and walk around the pitch, right? Yeah, but then it goes directly to the manager. Now, I'm convinced it's only 2 or 3 people in that dressing room that are fucking disrupting it, and they've got to go. I don't care who they are. They've got to go. They've got to go. Get rid of them and let us get focused on what we need to do because they're just taking the piss.
Paul reckons finishing 17th on goal difference and staying up. Or staying anything higher than bonus. That's why he reckons 17th.
That's what they've come to. Mate, they'll be the first team in 3 seasons to do it. Do you know what I mean? And no doubt Sunderland and the other 2 that have come up, Leeds and Burnley, will filter off towards the end because they haven't got the depth in their squads. But if they can get the points on the board, you'd rather have it on now than trying to claw it back at the end of the season.
I think that I think they'll do better than 17th. I think they looked it. I think them and Burnley. Actually, I had Burnley down for being like kind of rock bottom, and I actually think they've done all right. I think they've been unlucky. A couple of results, and I think I think also the Premier League in general. I think it's just so hard fought to them. It's always difficult this time of the season, right? Because everyone's still settling a bit. The only team that seems to be somehow just winning, even though they're not playing well, is Liverpool. They're all kind of taking points from each other. There's weird results.
Man City, they're 5 points clear at the top already. Like I just see them dropping 5 points in the whole season. You just don't see it there. So they've already won the league on fucking 5 games. It's unbelievable.
But I mean, so Keegan says here we need to sell Rodgers and Watkins next window. Use that money for a big striker. Yeah, I don't think anyone would fucking want to buy them. If I'm honest, right now, Rodgers might be the only one. But I've been a big. When the manager says his players are lazy, we're in big trouble. These players have seen off 2 managers already, and SWE stepped in and read the right act to these players.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because I think they should. I think they need to. They basically need to step in and go, right, you guys are either fucking sorting this out, or every single one of you is out that fucking door.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they want out. This is the thing. Maybe they want out.
Well, give it like January comes, fuck them off. Like just. Or if they want out and they're not prepared to put in performances, make them right in the fucking under-23s. Do you know what I mean? Stop playing them and get players that are going to play.
This is mental. This doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. And now we know that it's Emery calling the shots, and we know it's Emery who makes the decision even on like signing these players. So like, I don't understand, especially like obviously Sancho's getting up to fitness, so that's probably the only thing with him. But Elliot, we've literally just brought in as a wild card a player that we didn't think we could get, and then we managed to get him. He's just not starting.
Don't get it. Don't get it, mate. I thought Sancho, when he came on, did more in the first 2 minutes ahead of Rodgers for the whole game. Right?
I thought Maatsen looked all right when he came on.
Yeah. Get Maatsen and Sancho linking up down that left-hand side and give us some options. But we need to get rid of Watkins and Rodgers at the moment because they're just not doing what they're doing. 2 for 1 by Rodgers. Obligation to take Watkins too. Yeah. Well, that's the weirdest, mate. So they fucking come as a dynamic.
Take Rodgers on loan with an obligation to buy Watkins as well at the end. Oh, honestly, yeah. And I tell you what, that it wouldn't have been deserved if we got it, but that Watkins miss, mate.
Yeah,
it just proves to me now we have to have a
mate. We didn't deserve to win the game.
Go on.
We didn't deserve to win the game. We didn't deserve to score, really. Like it was, but if we could have nicked it 1-0 or 2-1, that changes the confidence going into Thursday. I'm nervous now about Thursday because Bologna will be licking their lips at coming to Villa Park.
Carl, like I get this about a lot of our signings, right? But all these ones that we just listed, these weren't bought in to these players sold. Were not bought in to be sold. No. Marlon, Gesson,
Anana,
Maatsen,
Torres,
Anana, Garcia, Torres, Elliot. None of them were bought in to be sold. That's 7 players. They weren't bought in to be sold. They're all just sitting on the bench.
I'm pissed off. Sorry,
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't usually get this angry. But I am getting pretty annoyed now because it just feels like this season is just. I feel like everyone keeps on going like, give it time, trust the process. Or stuff. I am very much like kind of a patient person with this, but we are actually we're 5 games in the Premier League season. We're 6 games into the season. We're out the cup. We've got Bologna next week. That'll be 7 games in. If we don't win that game, 7 games without a win. 7. Yep. That's actually 8 if you take in Man U last season as well.
Yeah,
it's really bad. Like
really bad,
so bad. And we don't even look. It's just the fact, like we said. I think you said that at the start of this. You said, "Is it more positive because we actually created some chances?"
Yeah,
maybe, but it was against 10-man Sunderland. And all due respect to Sunderland, we should be going there and putting the pressure on them, especially at the end of the game. If there are 10 men, we should be looking to put them under pressure, and we did. But like, oh man. God,
but it's simply not good enough from where we've come. It's a massive fall from grace. There's clearly something wrong in the dressing room. These players are not playing for each other, and they're certainly not playing for Emery. Right? If we lose to Bologna and Fulham, questions will be asked of Emery. But I would literally say if he doesn't start sacking these players off that aren't performing, like But he did this at the start of last season with fucking Bailey, didn't he? Just kept playing him game after game, even though he was shit. Like, it just... If he doesn't fancy any players he's bought, then we need to ask, does he have any input to who's coming in?
He does. He has final say on every player.
But he's supposed to. So why aren't they starting? Why are these players not being given minutes from the start from Marlon coming in January?
I think part of it reads in to what he said after the game, right? You said that he said these players are on the pitch today, or a lot of the players are on the pitch today, understand his system and they know how to play his way. So I'm reading into that in that the players he's brought in haven't quite got there yet, in his opinion. And so he's not willing to thrust them in because they don't quite know all the intricacies of what Emery wants to do.
James says he has to be accountable. He picks the team. I get that.
He does, but I mean, everyone has to be accountable, right? Like so I don't know if you're a manager, if any of you guys are a manager at your work, if your report is doing shit, then it falls on you, but you put them on a performance review. And if they fuck up again, they're out, right? Yeah. You don't get sacked for them being shit. That's not how it works. doesn't make sense.
Apart from in football, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, somehow in football,
it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like
no one ever, you don't see some fucking runner in the Olympics or something, and they come last, and they go, "Oh, it's the coach."
Yeah.
Get rid of the coach. Fucking runner on the pitch wasn't good enough, or wasn't quick enough, or he's shit, or he couldn't be arsed.
Mate, I was chatting to a Sheffield United fan today at football. Obviously, lots to be moaned, and just kind of saying, like, you've got this modern day era footballers can just down tools, and the managers get the fault and get the kick, and it's like you're inheriting. So the biggest thing Emery's got, and most managers have now, is becoming and developing relationships to a point where these players want to play for you.
Like, because you can't get rid of them.
Well, no, their contract exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to get rid of a manager. You get rid of a manager easy. You can't get rid of players.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and that's where they've got the power. But I would rather just go, right, you either fucking play or you're out, and you're rotting the reserves. I don't give a fuck about them. We'll sell you when we can in January, right? And you bring in players that want to play for the badge and the shirt. Any football fan's going to want that, right? Now, I understand it because of the money side of it. You've got to play these players, but mate, it should be performance-based related. Fucking start putting into contracts. Like, you don't get paid unless you fucking turn up and play. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, the incentives are all there for bonuses, for goal bonuses. But what happens when you play shit? Like, put their fucking livelihoods on the mark. Because we've got people who are doing just that to go and watch them. The people making sacrifices to fucking put thousands of pounds per year into watching this fucking shower of shit. It's not. They should be ashamed, but they don't give a fuck. And it's like, watching that 6 games in is just simply unacceptable. I just cannot get my head around it.
I don't know if this thing about Emery saying about RV Elliott was misheard or something, or because with his broken English, I don't know whether it was exactly how he said. Because he basically said something about he was playing it too fast in behind, right? And he said he needs to trust his ability to be able to play pass and then play the ball in behind. So he's saying slow it down a little and spring, right?
Oh, mate, it's just because someone's made a really good point on TikTok over here. So Jimbo Jones, thank you. Why didn't Emery change the formation when we were playing against 10 men? Because
no, he doesn't.
But why didn't he? Because he should have. So it's a little bit of Emery, but I still think as a manager,
one holding and put 5 up front. But I feel like when Bogard came on, he actually did all right. I thought when Bogard came on, he was quite positive. He was playing quite high up. So I don't know if that kind of was that, but it's just
Another one, Cole on TikTok. Name one player that gave 100% today.
No, none.
You can't. You can't. They were all of them were shit. Martinez was shit. He fumbled the ball a couple of times.
Granit Xhaka.
Like, you look at the Sunderland team. Towards the end of that game, I'm envious, mate. I'm going, why can't we? Where's the team spirit gone? Where we look like together playing those Champions League games and fucking destroying teams. Like I cannot believe the fall from grace here. And I don't think we're in a relegation dogfight. I think we'll improve and get out of it. But like, if it gets to 10 games and we're still this shit, mate, like it's going to be, we're going to be dragged right into it.
Roger does a touch like Jimmy Savile.
just stops it. Well, yeah, Rod. He kept moaning. He kept looking for free kicks when he got tackled. And I was like, mate, it's not just get up and fucking win the ball back.
It's terrible, and it was like,
it's not about it's about the way you react to mistakes. So everyone can make a mistake. I don't care about making mistakes. I don't care about not creating chances. I care about people putting in a shift and trying to make things happen. And Carl on is just it. Not one person, not one player in that team today put fucking maximum effort in, and it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
I think Keegan. I mean, maybe not. Sancho only played a short period. Konsa looked relatively fired up. He was yelling at the players when he made that block early on in the first half. McGinn will always just run around. He will give you He will just give you everything he can. But it just wasn't. It just wasn't good enough. Even McGinn was getting knocked off the ball a couple of times. I was like,
I agree with that McGinn, but he was poor today. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like he ran around, but like it's the more it goes on, the more I feel like it's.
Fortress Villa Park is turning into a bouncy castle.
Well, mate, at least we're gonna have a good time. I like bouncing. Bouncing's fun.
Yeah, I just don't know. And the thing with the Watkins thing is we don't have an option, do we? We got Marlon, and he's not a striker.
Mate, bring like fucking Alaba. Let Alaba play up front. Like get a young guy, get Redmond back up from on loan from wherever he's gone.
Yeah, I think
put Redmond up front.
Mickey J just said that. Recall Redmond, give him a chance to prove himself.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm kind of like I wouldn't be surprised if, unless something happens, drastic before then, if at least Watkins does go in Jan. I think and with the Rodgers thing, it's kind of like unless we really think, unless we don't have anything behind the scenes that's saying he's got unrest and he's genuinely just not playing well for whatever reason, then let him go. He'll still be profit, even if you go for 50 mil.
Say, enjoy your winter break. Don't bother coming back in January.
Yeah, see in a bit, mate. Like piss off and just get people in who are hungry and want to play for this manager. Because there's so many players out there who are desperate to play for this.
That Emery is probably one of the top 5 coaches in world football. Like, you don't get rid of a guy like that. You just don't. Who are you going to replace him with? Do you know what I mean? Like fucking Nuno. No, it's not proven. Like we're at a point now where we need to be pushing on and competing. It's what the board want. It's what they've said they want. We need to get back into the Champions League or win the Europa League this season. That's got to be the hope. And but if these players like Rodgers and Watkins are the toxic ones, right, that are causing the problem, fuck them off in January and start again. Simple as, right? Mate, we've got like 50 people on the live. So I want to just kind of take this moment to say, if you haven't, subscribe to us, right? Because
yes, please do. Yeah.
Over half of our kind of people that view our channel don't subscribe, and I get that. But just click it, and like
click that little thing, click the little bell. Click the bell. And if you want to leave a comment, just even if it's just up the Villa.
I promise we'll respond.
Or we're shit. That's usually what a lot of people put in the comments, something like that. Just put whatever you like. I mean, I've only got a few more minutes here because I've got to go do some stuff. But like, like, where do we go from it? Right, okay. Obviously, we'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll talk about Bologna.
Properly.
Yeah, we'll probably talk a little bit about Bologna as well. And we will do a Wednesday match preview for Bologna if you're available. Guys.
Huh?
You're available Wednesday?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fulham will come out. Yeah, Fulham will come out Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, where do we go from here? What do we do? What do we need to see against Bologna? What do we need? What needs to happen here?
Mate,
it's gonna be the first game at Villa Park, by the way, for about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Imagine the atmosphere now after that shower.
It's shocking.
Right.
It's going to be really. I worry about the atmosphere. It's going to be really horrible.
I want to see the lineup I posted for this game that didn't get played. I want to see Maatsen at left back. I want to see Mings and Konsa in the middle. Cash at right back because we've got no other options. Kamara, I don't think Tielemans is fit. So I think McGinn and Kamara in the middle. I'm happy with that as 2 pivots, getting working. And the front 4 of Sancho. Ideally, I'd say Rodgers, Elliott and Watkins, but they're just not foreign. So Watkins tries to subscribe but missed the button.
Never on target.
Mate,
that's very good.
I would give anything to interview Morgan Rodgers and Ollie Watkins on this, where you're not restricted by the fucking Sky media bullshit that you have to ask them, right, to get some honest opinions. And I'd love to come on and go, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I go, well, prove us wrong then. Right, go out there and fucking put in a shift. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not saying you're bad players, because the both of you have been our main goal threat for 2 seasons. But you can't tell me that you're fucking down tools and aren't trying your best on that, because I watched it with my own fucking eyes. So you can just get fucked, the pair of you. Do you know what I mean? You fucking money grabbing, big headed fucktards.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I think he might. I think he might play Torres. I think he will play Maatsen. Emery had this thing. Remember when we were in maybe it was in Conference League, not so much in the Champions League, because I think we had a bit more of a consistent team. But the players that he tends to leave out, he plays then in Europe, doesn't he? He tends to leave those ones out. So maybe Sancho and Elliott both start, and he he does play Marlon, and he plays Torres, and he plays Matson, and he plays.
There you go.
I don't know. Is Onana back? He's not back, is he?
I don't think so.
No, him and Tielemans. Yeah, you do underestimate how much we miss Tielemans with that kind of like coming through ball. But even this season, he hasn't really so far really lit it up, has he?
Something's wrong, mate. You know, you go back a couple of weeks and you watch all those players go away on international duty and perform for their countries, and they come back to us and they just look a shower of shit, you know. And now every game becomes a pressure game. Villa Dave, thank you for this. Look, right, so much pressure on these games now, and they weren't before.
Yeah, Fulham don't look like a walkover. They had a really good result against Brentford today, and Burnley, they're very good defensively, and they have been unlucky this season. It's just bad, isn't it? I look at those games and I'm going, I don't see a win.
Marco, no, I don't think that is acceptable. This really worried me.
No, it's really not, because we moan as fans quite often about about fans leaving before the end of the game. It's like, no, you stay. The only reason, by the way, that I leave about 30 seconds before the end of the game is because I got a 2-hour drive home, right? But like, you support the team all the way through while they're on the pitch. Obviously, Emery doesn't. Coach Gary. But like Emery never goes up and claps the fans, right? At the end of the game. No. He doesn't go off. He lets the players do that. But like I feel like Emery needs to, I don't know, maybe Emery needs to connect a bit with the fans. He needs to do something because I feel
he
needs
to do something.
He needs to do something because he's not, him leaving before the end of the game I think that's just like disrespectful to everything.
Yeah,
for me, doesn't matter how annoyed you are. You shake the whistle goes. You shake the hand. You go off down the tunnel. That's it.
Yeah, I'm struggling to understand why the fall from grace, mate. Why it's gone so wrong?
It's so quick.
So quick.
This is my problem. And I know maybe it isn't quick. There was a lot of warning signs last season, right? And we brought in Asensio and Rashford, and that changed our whole season because we were this bad before Christmas, weren't we?
Yeah,
but like maybe not this bad.
No, we weren't this bad, but we definitely had a run of games where we were losing. It was a problem, wasn't it? And then and Rashford and Asensio were great signings, mate. I watched Rashford on fucking Wednesday night against Barcelona, and I was like, "Fucking hell, what we wouldn't give for." Like, he was brilliant. He played so well.
Grealish, what we wouldn't give to get. We could have got Jack Grealish. We could have got him. There's no way. There's no way that wasn't on the cards.
Paying 80% of Sancho's wages for him to sit on the bench. You're having a fucking laugh.
I know.
You're having a fucking laugh.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think it, by the way. But obviously, there's the thing in Elliott's contract, isn't there? Where I think after 10 appearances. It's like a weird thing where he's like, I don't want to play him too much, just in case. You know what I mean? Because there's been weirder things. Like I read, I don't know if you've read Martin O'Neill's biography, but he talked in there about playing. Can't remember who it was, and then Doug Ellis basically said to me, he was like, "You're not playing him in this game," and he was like, "Why?" He said, "Because if you play him, we've got to pay him a bonus of like $500,000."
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, so we couldn't play him." He was like Carlos Cuellar or something like that. Yeah. He wasn't allowed to play him. So you don't know, these things happen behind the scenes, right?
Mate, this is the problem. Like, I want to be a fly on the wall to know what's actually going on. But the thing is, the problem is, what happens is, we know that the market now for media is fucking massive. We've got all these fucking podcasts we can choose from. We've got all the media, everything. It just ends up in a shit show because we don't know what's going on.
I think this is definitely too easy. This is too early to say this, like what Sharif is saying here. But like, I do think if you get 10 games in, if we get 10 games in and we haven't won a game,
he's in trouble.
We
just spoke about, haven't we? That personally, I feel the players need to go, not the manager. But it won't be that way because, like you said, they're all contracting. They can't just get rid of fucking a squad. That's not the way it happens. So it's always the manager that gets the boot. But I think that will be a mistake. You don't get rid of one of the top 5 European managers who's got experience galore because you've got 2 or 3 players that clearly are a cancer in the dressing room from what we've read and what we know. So
I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Sunderland rant. That's that done.
Oh, right there.
Will,
So on a positive, Kevin has come up with.
We'll be behind it. Kevin, you are ever the optimist, aren't you? Your glass is always half full. It's half full, and it's not just half full. It's half full of lovely chocolate milk, and it is like sweeter than heaven. Like that, you are ever the optimist. But I just can't see it. I can't see it.
No,
Gaz, I don't know if you want to stay on and rant because I've got to shoot, but I don't know if you want to stay on and speak to some more people here.
Yeah, I can stay on for a little bit, I suppose. We'll see what happens.
All right, you got the end stream button, ain't you?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah.
Don't press it now.
I'm not going to press it now. I'm learning my errors and my ways, mate. I am learning the errors of my ways.
Right. Anyway, cool. If I make this solo layout and then put you on it.
Yeah. Here I am. Hey, I'm live on TikTok and YouTube. We've got 8 more minutes. We can have it now. If you've got any more comments, Robert Boyle, mate. At this point, after today, I'll fucking take that all day long. Finish 17th and win the Europa. Let's do a Spurs. Do you know what I mean? We need to. We are Tottenham in disguise. Are we Tottenham in disguise? Are we Tottenham in disguise? Khalid, Emery out. Oh, I'm not sure, mate. I'm just not sure about Emery out. Like, I'd rather get the players out. And I think we've got to get to 10 games. I said that before. Like, if we can get to 10 games and judge him then. But if we've got no wins by 10, I think his head will be on the chopping block. So we'll have to wait and see. If I look over this way, it's because I'm on TikTok live as well. We're trying to get a stream key where we can do both at the same time, but you can't. So TikTok, if you want to come and comment on YouTube, you can come over to YouTube as well. But make sure you give me a follow on there. Make sure you like and subscribe on here. And let's spend the next 10 minutes kind of chatting about football. Strong assistant manager for Emery. Who's that? We definitely need to give Alaba a chance. Yeah, I'd said that earlier, mate. I think, at this point, if it feels like it's Watkins and Rodgers that are down tools because they were, I don't think Watkins touched the ball. I think Rodgers only had 4 touches in the first half an hour. And Watkins, man, that chance at the end, he's got to score. Positives, we created a little bit. Like Gassan had a great chance, didn't he, in the first half when he hit straight at the keeper. Harvey Elliott came on, he just passed the post. If that goes instantly, if Watkins scores that header, but simply not good enough against 10 men, and Sunderland, fair play to them, dug in. They look like a team playing for each other. James had let me see if he's left it on here. Not sure he did. Did he leave it on here? No, he didn't. Because we had a still of all the players just fucking standing around doing sweet FA, right? And the goal is disappointing just after scoring, Sunderland tried to help us out. They go down to 10 men for us. The goalkeeper punches the ball in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? And we're just like, still can't fucking win a game. I won't be sacked, invested too much in him, and the team's going to be a long, hard winter. The Jan makes signings. Yeah, I think there'll be changes in Jan, Simon. I do. I think you're right. I think I wouldn't get rid of Emery anyway. I'd rather get rid of the players that are fucking not committed and go from there. So slow pedestrian players, not sprinting, not challenging. Daz, Unai or owners will walk before Unai sacked, in my opinion. Cole, yes, I agree. That's my concern, that it will walk. And that could happen. And then we're back to the doldrums of trying to figure some shit out. And that's difficult, right? I knew we'd struggle when we went to 10 men. Yes, Rob, I agree. We know we can't play against 10 men. That low block, we can't beat with 11 men, let alone with fucking... when there's 10, they're just not moving. Keegan, did you say the 5 of Watkins behind Xhaka when the ball was dropping down looked dopey? Yeah, it's just awful. Look, we can't use this as an excuse. We've made our bed and we got to lie in it. We've overspent. Right, it is what it is. There's a team there that's good enough to compete, but they're just not doing it. If you don't turn up, excuse me, basics. I'm absolutely fuming at the basics that are not there. No, no, he's not. He's working on them commercials with the other has-beens. I saw him with fucking Alex Ferguson at the Man United game yesterday. Prick. What's that saying? If I was the owners and telling them you need to bring in players that they've bought, it's ridiculous. He's playing non-Emery signings. Yeah, I don't get it. 6 of the signings today were Dean Smith signings. I don't get it. I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to understand from a football perspective, what they're trying to do, and I just can't. Help me out. Like, if you like, maybe change little things like the captain. Yeah, maybe. But I think start playing the signings that you've bought. Like, put Sancho in, put Elliott in, drop Rodgers and Watkins, play Marlon up front, play Gassan. Like, give these players chances to earn some minutes. Bring Redmond back in from loan. You sign an 18-year-old who's supposed to be one of the next best things. Give him some fucking game time. To be fair, nice right spent. That's disrespectful to Sunderland, part 2 was it? No, I'm not being disrespectful to Sunderland. I thought Sunderland were great today. They reacted really well after the thing. I've got massive respect for Sunderland fans. I think they are fair. They've come to do a job. They'd be happy with 17th and staying up. You know, they were great today. We were just really poor, and we made it easy for them, in my opinion. Brendan should have been sold as well. I agree. Awful today, mate. And, you know, did okay in pre-season. But you're right, after the injuries, not the same. Lindelof. Keegan, I thought Lindelof would have been a good captain if he was here a bit longer. No, make it Mings. Like, make it a midfield. Give it Tielemans. It's just when Tielemans is fit, give it to Tielemans if you're going to change it, if it's not going to be McGinn. Villa Dave. 160 million spent in the last 12 months. None have impacted the first 11. PSR is nonsense. There you go. Can't disagree with that either. I didn't mean you. It's like the other pundits fella. All right, okay. Cheers, Simon. Yeah, look, this is my whole rant on football. Nothing's a given. You only win football matches if you turn up and outwork the opposition. That's it, right? And at Premier League level, yes, because they're all of a similar standard. You've got some superstars that can change games on a sixpence, right? But on a whole, it's a pretty even standard of football that you're playing against. And now all these players that are Premier League players are fucking athletes. So the first thing they should be doing, not the last, the first thing is working their fucking nuts off, right? And putting pressure on, closing down, movement off the ball, all these things that enable you to play without when you get the ball. All the work you need to do off the ball, that is fucking coaching 101. It's what they teach at every fucking level of football. And we can't do the basics. The basics are poor. That goal we conceded, 9 Villa players around 2 Sunderland players, and they score a goal. It is awful defending. And I can't get it. You know, desire outperforms talent 100% of the time, Daz. You know, I completely agree. Thank you. This is it. Spartan guys, determination, they're all equal talent, fitness, etc. Exactly. So let's show some fight, and the fact that they can just control it by downing tools, because I don't like something that's happened, whether it be players leaving or PSR or the manager hasn't played you in your favourite position or whatever. Like, fuck me, man. Like, just as a person, as a human, as a humble kind of foot guy, which obviously maybe these aren't, you just put in the shift and do your job. And I think you notice it because they've been so good over the last 3 seasons, and now in 6 games this season, we look like a complete and utter shit show. Like, we've not played together at all. I just don't know. I don't really know. Yes, Andy, let them go. I think these 2 are the problem, and if they're not going to fucking perform, right, fuck them off. I agree. Absolutely. Get rid of them, get some money, and go again. Simon, I give him a right arm to have Zachary. Exactly. Look at the fight, determination, the leadership that he had on the pitch today, the desire from Sunderland to not lose that game, you know, get the goal and shut up shop, really. It was great for them, but we just made it very easy. As Kevin saying, I'd argue Maatsen can recover to left back due to speed, so it's negligible who's better at defending. I agree. I'd rather have Maatsen going forward. Him and Sancho look like they're trying to link up. They've got that understanding. He just won't play that risky side and go and attack teams. As soon as I saw that starting lineup today, it's all just so negative. It's like Gareth Southgate for England, setting up not to lose the game rather than trying to go and win it. What's that saying? Footballers these days are pampered and earn too much. Bring back contracts where you get paid for performance and winning games. 100%, mate. 100%. Like when I was in Hull for a season. Yeah, look, that's it. It's because if you, I know it's old school, and maybe I'm showing my age, middle age here, but when you listen to like Keane and Neville talk, that's what it was. It was kind of, these were brilliant teams because they played for the shirt. Like it was, if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you weren't starting. And now these guys have too much power, too much money that they can get a manager sacked. Like it just, it's stupid. Kind of. Emery sees it as control, slow, negative football. Yeah, but it's decision maker. I don't mind it being slow football when you're winning. Like you can do that, but just those little balls. It's not what we used to do. When Emery first came, we played that high line, but we get the ball to anyone in the pivot, or you get one of the whoever's in Rodgers' role to drop deep, turn, play through the lines, like entice people on to get in behind. And now teams have worked us out, and they don't commit to that press straight away and getting that low block. Once that happens, that's where your movement and your desire, something to create, like it's constant movement from left to right, moving the ball across, and that's when it has to be a little bit quicker. It has to be, because otherwise we just get what we're watching. And like Emery can't be agreeing with that, because he looked as pissed off as I did at the end of the game. So there you go. And I just sound like a fucking moaning old twat, right? But I want something positive to talk about. I love this club, right? But it feels like there's something fundamentally wrong at the moment, and it's breaking my heart, as the word Padme once said in Star Wars. What's this? Fans won't agree, but I think we ain't far off our first win. We need some luck, and then we remember what made it successful. Yes, again, today could have been that day, though. We just 1-0 up. Boy, how have we not held on to the fucking against 10 men? Do you know what I mean? Like, just shut up shop. They should never even be anywhere near our goal. And Cole, the only positive, if we didn't lose, I said at the start we'd draw this game. I thought it'd be 0-0, if I'm honest. But it's ended 1-1. And I would have taken a point at the start of the day to get back to Villa Park. I think it's just the nature of the performance that worries me, because now you go into that Bologna game, and I think they're going to be licking their lips to play us again. I think anybody is. Let's just do it in Europe. Let's hope we do. Look, we can't take it away. Like I've said at the start of this, that Emery is a world-class coach. Right? He has won the Europa League 4 times. It's his speciality. Let's fucking give it a go, you know? No soul in football today. The attachment between the clubs and the players towards the fans is massive. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, and that's disappointing, right? Has the game gone? Because I was talking to a guy at football today, and he was like, I'm slowly falling out of love with it. All the, the kind of the money, the corruption, it's not the game that we fell in love with. And that's kind of not that I 100% agree with that, but there's something in that, I think. Our home form will be key. We aren't great away ever. Well, no, but we haven't been great at home either. As someone has pointed out, Villa Park is slowly becoming a bouncy castle rather than a fortress. So, yeah. Andy, I'm sorry with some of these players destroying the starting 11. Too obvious are guilty of this. I'm surprised McGinn isn't giving them round of fucks on the pitch or off the pitch, mate. Andy, I completely agree. We know who you're talking about. It's Rodgers and Watkins. Like, if they're not going to do it, don't start them. If there's something problem, if they've got issues and they're not fucking playing, like, McGinn, I genuinely believe McGinn loves this team. So he needs to get into them and fucking sort them out quick, smart. It's really driving me upside. Up the Stags. Hello, Lydia. How you doing? Thanks for joining. I didn't ask you earlier. Did you win today? All these football, and I didn't ask you if you won today. I like it. Coach, give that to Mrs. Gary and the stressful go. You take that to Mrs. Gary and the stressful go. 100%. That's what we're searching for, Simon. Don't worry. Those tickets go on sale. We'll be kind of doing that. Don't wear that black kit again. We can't win in it. No, I agree with that, Taz, and I love it as well. And this is it. The wages and the ticket price are ridiculous for the entertainment we get. I was going to say, it's like, you don't mind spending money when you're fucking getting it. Keegan, I agree. We look scared. I don't know what's going on. We should be playing without fear. We've got a talented squad there. They should be going out all out attacking teams, in my opinion. 172. Oh, well, there you go. So, same as so 3 wins for the Stags. So there you go. Mansfield Town ladies. I think it's under 10s. Is it under 10s did you play for? So they won. The women's team won in the FA Cup. My daughter's team under 18s won 8-0. So that puts us, I think, probably top of the league. I don't know if we haven't. I think we played one less game than everybody else. But have we sold out for Thursday, mate? I think people. I think people will be selling their tickets back. I'm fucking tempted to pass mine on. Yes, tickets are still available. So this is it. Like, you know, there's just it's all going from bad to worse. It's all going from bad to worse. What's this? Kevin, 100. But we got, look, Sunderland made it very simple for us. They went down to 10 men for a whole half. They punched in a goal for us, and we still couldn't fucking win. Like, I'll take that, Daz. They owe me some money, mate. They owe me some money. Fucking 40 years of hurt, 30 years without a trophy. Trying to fend off Blues fans, because I'm sure they're all going to be over us. Again, I haven't looked on. I have no hope at the moment. Will we drop Rodgers and Watkins for Thursday? Cole, I would. He probably won't. He'll play safe again. I just don't want us to see us play so fucking narrow. I expect to see us go at Bologna and try and beat them. I don't know how far Tillemans is away. You know, it would be nice to kind of have an update on him. Team selection, tactic and style player down to Emery. So it's down to him to change something. I agree, Patrick, 100%. But it doesn't. Whatever Emery decides, this is the other thing. Whatever team Emery picks, or whatever formation he goes with, they are not doing what he's saying. That man looked pissed off today, so much so that he walked down the tunnel before the final whistle. That's the first time he's done that, and I don't know how concerned we should be about that like that. So I agree, mate. More heart and desire. Martinez up front, put Watkins in goal. Fucking knob. I know, but they won, didn't they? So they'll be all over it. They won, so they won their game. They just find anything, don't they? Put Goldberg on Watkins' contract, mate. Well, yeah, basically. Like, if he's thrown his dummies out the pram again, like he did last season, because he didn't start against PSG, then played shit in 5 games. Like, you kind of justify it. I'm back with what Daz said, with kind of, you know, goal bonuses and pay as you play sort of thing. You know, if you do the business, then you get the money. It's as simple as. What's this one? Not a good watch at the moment. He's trying to play Rodgers into form, and maybe Rodgers can't play an average team anymore. I don't think he wants to. The fact that he performed for England and not for us, that may be. But, you know, someone be telling him, like, he won't be playing for England unless he fucking sorts his life out. It shouldn't be that way. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. There's only one Bradley Lowry. Yes, there is. I agree with that. So, but the other thing, if you check out our Sunderland preview, I mean, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but in the link to that bio, we had Wayne Doronan, who's a Sunderland fan, and he made a music video for Bradley Lowry. I'd love you to go and check it out. It's a tearjerker. I'll just let you know that. And if you don't know who Bradley Lowry is, he was a young Sunderland fan who passed away in 2017. He was all over the media back then. Jermaine Defoe became his best mate and saw him through his treatment before he sadly passed away. And there's a Bradley fan, I think it's a foundation or something. But the Sunderland fan that we had on, Wayne, awesome guy. Go and check out their Only Fools and SAFC Sunderland podcast. He's a Fenner fanalist as well. And yeah, go and listen to that video, because it's awesome. It really is. What else we got? I think Unai loyalty is being tested by a few, and it will snap. Yeah, but like, maybe it's this Rodgers situation, you know, because you think Torres is his player, and he hasn't played him. You know, he's been poor, but this Rodgers and Watkins scenario is beginning to do me head. Cut my hair, my lord. Yeah, mate, that's it. It's all coming off. That's it. On the plus side, I can shave my head now, because we've scored a Premier League goal. Well, does it count? Because their goalkeeper scored it technically, Matt. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, just look, all teams are capable of staying up. Yeah, they've come to play. You know, get it on. TB, are you taking the piss? He was not good at all. I thought he was absolutely shocking. Constantly give the ball away. Just, I can't believe he started the game, if I'm honest. Pissed me off. There's discontent in the camp. There is 100% discontent in the camp. And he's got to sort it out now. I mean, we've said it for the last week or so, when he just... it's beginning to get tedious and boring, if I'm honest. Getting all my hopes up and getting ready for the game, and it's just nothing, you know. Disappointing. Anyway, look, it's been a pleasure, guys. We've had a bit of a rant. James and I will pick this apart in a bit more detail tomorrow, and our podcast will be live by tomorrow afternoon on YouTube. So if you're on TikTok, come across and like and subscribe. But I've been out all day. I haven't spent any time with Mrs. Gary, so I'm going to do that now. We've got some Dexter to watch, and I can't wait. It's been Villa Dave. Yeah. One last question. I don't understand. Make that make sense to me. I don't understand it. For all the YouTube followers, thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're up to 1,500 followers now. It's a subscriber. Sorry, that's been an amazing achievement. Chuffed with that, because we all know this is a long, hard slog. So we're on the road to 2,000. I'd love to get there quicker than we have 1,500. It's taken about 9 months. So we just want to keep building it. We're on the road to 3,500 followers on TikTok. Let's get to 10,000 on there. Would love to get the same 10,000 on there, 10,000 on there. That's the goal. That's the aim. Let's be one of the biggest Villa podcasts out there. We can do it together, right? So back tomorrow. I'll also do a TikTok live tomorrow afternoon and maybe in the evening. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to have a main slot on TikTok live between 4 and 6 on a Friday. That's definitely happening. I'm going to try and do other days, but I have a lot going on in the week, so it's difficult to commit to that time slot. But people have asked me, when are you going live next? So I think we've decided that 4 till 6 on a Friday, maybe 4 till 7, depending on the chat's going. We'll talk about the preview because we have a podcast out on the Friday morning, so we can talk about that. Kiko, how long till you're manager at Villa? Mate, sign me up as soon as Emery goes. I mean, he should get me on the start. He should get me on the coaching staff right now, I reckon. Or just as a team builder, you know what I mean? To fucking put a rocket up. These Dexter is unreal. Yes, well, we've just finished the main season and we're watching New Blood now. So we need to finish that. We're about 4 episodes away from the finale. Then we've got Original Sin and then the Resurrection one, which I hear is supposed to be amazing. So buzzing for that. So Sarah Bennett is liking the crap out of my TikTok. I love it. 17.7k likes. She's an absolute legend. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to give you the song because, as always, every week we follow the boys in claret and blue, even if they don't deserve it. Until then, peace out. Thanks for coming.